Today in Giallozafferano's kitchen, I will prepare the Caprese cake, a special dessert made with ingredients from my home region. Fresh butter, eggs of course, almonds, hazelnuts. A special dessert originated in the region of Amalfi, Positano and Capri. Let's start with the recipe. And now I'm going to prepare my Caprese cake for you. To make a cake to serve about 10 people, the ingredients are butter, powdered sugar, grated dark chocolate, egg white, ground almonds and ground hazelnuts, a pinch of salt, cocoa powder, potato starch, baking powder and egg yolks. First of all, we are going to cream the butter with half the sugar. Let's add the vanilla bean. It is a Madagascar bourbon vanilla. And start whipping our butter. I remind you and suggest to take the butter out of the fridge at least 12 hours before. Now let's add a pinch of salt. And start adding the egg yolks. You want to use eggs at room temperature. Let's bring the butter to the center, mix it with a rubber spatula and set it aside. Let's prepare the dry ingredients. I've already prepared the grated dark chocolate. I often see the Caprese cake prepared with melted dark chocolate, but I promise you that to have an excellent result, a lighter and better leavened cake, grated dark chocolate, should be used. Ground almonds and ground hazelnuts. Let's sift in starch, yeast and cocoa powder. Let's combine all the dry ingredients well. And now let's prepare the whipped egg white with powdered sugar. Take the egg white at room temperature, pour it into the bowl. Add to the remaining powdered sugar. Change the whips, because otherwise the egg white would not whip properly with the butter. Both the bowl and the egg white must be perfectly clean. After a few minutes, the egg white is whipped. I'll show you that you have to whip it, but not to stiff peaks. These soft peaks are called bird's beak. In fact, as you can see, when you lift the whisks, the whites bed down slightly and are very shiny. Now all the mixtures are ready. Here we have the butter creamed with half the sugar, the vanilla pod and a pinch of salt. Whipped egg white with the other half of the sugar. And here instead we have all the dry ingredients: nuts, grated chocolate, potato starch and yeast. Then let's start mixing all the ingredients by adding a third of the egg white. 1/3 of the dry ingredients. Let's combine all the ingredients well and gradually add more. 1/3 of the egg white, another part of the dry ingredients. Make sure to fold it, stirring from the bottom up. As you can see, it looks like a cream. The Caprese cake batter must be smooth, creamy. And now we will pour it into a greased pan coated with potato starch. As you have seen in the ingredients, there's no gluten, therefore this cake could be suitable for celiacs. Let's even out the batter in the pan with the help of a spatula. The cake is ready. We can bake it in a fan oven at 170 degrees for 45 minutes. As soon as the cake is ready, we'll let it cool down in the pan. When it's lukewarm, we'll flip it over onto a board, turn it over on another cardboard, and let it cool down completely. When we're ready to serve it, we'll turn it again on a nice serving plate and decorate it with powdered sugar. The Caprese cake is ready and completely cool. Now can decorate it with powdered sugar using a stencil, but also simply a charger plate. So let's turn it upside down. The cake is ready. I've just decorated it with powdered sugar, and here it is. An extraordinary cake, soft, delicious and moist inside. We can serve it cold, lukewarm, accompanied by a sauce, but also during the summer by good homemade ice cream and wild berries. Bon appétit!